This is VR chat. Now this and this is Blender. This is where I start the process. I usually go to a software called Motion Capture Fusion or MoCap Fusion, and I take my VR headset and my full body tracking, and I animate, and it'll turn that movement into a motion capture render that I could use in my animations. So as you can see here, I click the play button. It runs through the whole code here that I paid for, and then you can and it animates the character for you, which is pretty cool. But obviously, this doesn't stop here because there's no scene or anything. So we're gonna go and take that character and we're gonna put it in the scene. Now I do a lot of modeling. Most of you'll see here, I modeled and textured by hand. Except for a few things like the clothes or maybe the characters. Characters I don't model, and some of the clothes I don't model. I like the bunny, all these clothes, I didn't model these clothes. The bunny I didn't make. I did make the boobs bigger though. I will admit to that. But I will take that and I will have the character movement right there, and then I'll also animate anything that's in the scene, like the door opening. That's animated, that I hand animated. Any physics that need to be added, like over here in some scenes right here, I actually made a projector image of a projector coming out and then having the Avali kind of cut into the scene a little bit using a system here. And then for the textures, I will actually make procedural generations using node textures. So if we go over here to, this is the procedural node texture, and I don't want to like show you what it looks like just because it takes a lot out of my computer. Over here, this is a convoluted node system for the wall texture, and then this is another one that's a little bit less convoluted for the floor. And then we have this one over here. This is a node texture, and this is going, it just helps me make more textures without putting a lot of time into it. I can put a lot of time into the beginning, and then if I want to change the color, I just have to come over here and change the color. It's a whole new texture for that system. It's really easy for me to do that. And now we're talking about the Minecraft render. We go over here. I like to use a software called Mindways. Now we have a Minecraft realm. It's called the Afterlife. It's in the Discord in the link, by the way. And you can join, and I will take sections of that world and I'll put it into Blender to render. So this is actually something in the Minecraft realm that I have. And then I made some blocks, and then I animated the blocks, obviously rotating. And then I put those blocks on this panel, and then have the blocks sort of fall like a sky. So you can see right here, if I go to this scene, you can see the blocks kind of falling into the scene. And then also I animated clouds and stuff to be cloudy because he's on top of a hill, and it worked well with the audio. And this is over here, this is to simulate the wind. So I don't just do motion capture and call it a day. I also add certain things to the character, like how the tail moves here. You see the tail moving here? That's because I actually added a dampening effect on those bones right here. If we go here on the bones to simulate tail movement to better make it more realistic. Same thing you have like in Unity and VR chat. But no, I don't just go on VR chat, do motion capture and call it a day. I actually do put a lot of work in these. But thank you to my Tub Talk, and have a great day.